Clap it up. And shalom. Yahweh Shem Yahshua Brakatan to all the brothers. Shalom Yahweh Shamar. And the Thon Bashim Yahshua to all the sisters. All right. Hi, it's UK, Minnesota, with the law class, biblical law class, scripture breakdown. Of course, if you have any questions or concerns, go ahead and put it into the chat. Otherwise, we are going to get into pretty much a few topics. Just like I said yesterday, I really want to start in Joshua, the first chapter, verses chapter 1, verse 7. And of course, share the content. Make sure that you pay your tithes. And make sure that, of course, if you know that somebody who enjoys this content, share it to them, man. Tag them in it. Okay? Because on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube, you can actually tag people names. You can actually share the link to them directly. All right? If they have a phone number, social media, you can share it to them. Or otherwise, you can tag them in it as well, and they will get that notification. All right? So, once again, since 1969, we are teaching Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans about the truth of the Bible. And we are not the Christian church, nor are we associated with them, and we are not associated with any other Israelite group. Just so that's clear and understandable. Okay? So in the room, does anybody have any questions or concerns? Joshua's going to be Old Testament. Yep. It should be the very few first few books. Okay. Joshua. Joshua.
Okay.
You found it? All right, no sweat. All right. Okay, so yeah, Joshua is going to be in the Old Testament. Of course, not only are we going into the Old Testament, we are also going into the New Testament as well, and most likely into the Apocrypha. There's a lot of people out there who only focus on one portion of the Bible. How can you believe in just one portion of a book instead of the entire book? It doesn't make any sense. So that's what we are going to get into as far as, once again, just, furthermore about what's going on in the nation of Israel. Because we are a people who have to govern each other when it comes to Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American problems in this earth today. Okay? So let's go ahead and get into it.
Chapter 1 verse.
Joshua chapter 1, verse 7. It's going to be in the Old Testament. And Shalom, Lord Christ, to the sister that signed in. You got to do it. That's what. Go ahead.
Joshua 1 verse 7.
You want to say chapter 1, verse 7.
Okay. Joshua chapter 1 verse 7.
Mm-hmm.
Only so
Actually, it's like get verse 6 if you could. I'm sorry, Salaki. Just matter of fact, it's better to get verse 1.
Verse 1 beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Chapter 1 verse 1.
Mm-hmm. Throughout, I appreciate you.
Now after the death of Moses, the servant of the Lord, it came to pass that the Lord spoke unto Joseph. Joshua.
Yeah, the Lord spake unto Joshua.
The Lord spake unto Joshua, the son of Nun,
Mm-hmm.
Moses' minister, saying,
Keep going.
Moses, my servant, is dead.
Mm-hmm. So of course, when the book of Joshua started, before then, before the book of Joshua had started, Moses had passed away. He had died. He didn't make it to the promised land. But who made it to the promised land? It was Joshua and Caleb. All right. Now, Moses pretty much is the reason why he passed away. So Moses is the reason why he passed away because the Most High gave him strict orders, not to do a certain thing, and he did it anyway. So he never made it to the promised land. Meaning that you were not supposed to look over to try to see the promised land. So, for example, it's like when someone tells you not to go into the city to try to look at what the city, provides, what it looks like, and things of that sort. Moses disobeyed the orders of the Most High, and because of that, it caused his own demise. And he never made it to the promised land. So he had died. He passed away. All right? Can you read it one more time from the top?
Moses, my servant, is dead.
Mhm.
Now therefore rise, go over this Jordan, die, all this people unto the land which I do give them. Give to them.
Even.
Even to the children of Israel.
There you go. Even to the children of Israel, right? Of course, every book has an audience. We always have to remember that. Every book has an audience, and the audience is going to be the Israelites, the children of Israel. All right? Keep going.
Every place that the sole of your foot should tread upon.
What does that mean so far?
Tread upon?
Yeah, your soul, your foot shall tread upon. Verse 3. Yeah, what does that
You
mean?
shall walk.
Right, there you go. That's right. Keep going.
And that I give unto you, as I said unto Moses,
Keep going. Verse 4.
from the wilderness and this Lebanon, even unto the great river, the river Euphrates, and the land of the Hittites,
Okay, yes, Euphrates.
and the land of the Hittites,
Mm-hmm.
and unto the great sea towards the going down of the sun, shall be your coast.
So what is verse 4 speaking about? Do you understand it?
But I think you're gonna walk through you're gonna tread through the wilderness to the city of Lebanon under the great river. I guess you're gonna cross the river and walk into the land of Hittite and onto the great sea towards going down of the sun.
Mm-hmm.
I guess that you're gonna have to go over the great sea going down to the sun. When the sun go down, I guess that's when they made it there.
Fine. Yep. Also, too, if I'm not mistaken, anytime that a prophet or priest dies, you have to bury them.
Time.
For example, like when the brothers went back to go bury Jacob, they buried him at a certain place. So Jacob was buried in one place, but they went back, they dug him up, and they buried him in a different spot, and in the homeland, which I believe was in Jerusalem. See what I'm saying? So it's speaking about Moses for a purpose, because they had to lay Moses to rest, meaning they had to bury him. All right, keep going.
Shall be your coast. There shall not any man be able to stand before thee all the day of their life, as I was with Moses.
Which verse is that?
That's 5.
Verse 5. Okay, can you read it one more time? Still like it.
There shall not any man be able to stand before thee all the day of their life, as I was with Moses. So I would be with thee. I would not fail thee, nor forsaken thee.
Right. So this is Joshua speaking, saying that I will always be by your side, and I won't fail thee, nor will I forsake thee. The word forsake means I will not forget you. I won't leave you behind. Right. You know that thing that they have in school where it says no child left behind? Yeah, right. And in the UK, we don't leave brothers and sisters behind. Okay. Now we are actually, as we continue to read, we are going to get into the law portion. All right, keep on.
Be strong and of good courage.
So you want to also call out the verses as well.
Right.
That's what
The book of Joseph, chapter 1, verse 6.
Joshua.
The book of Joshua, chapter 1, verse 6. Be strong of good courage.
Yeah, be strong and of a good courage. Keep going.
For unto these people shall thou divide and inherit the land,
Mm-hmm.
which I swear unto their fathers to give them.
Right. Now, of course, when you see this scripture right here, understand that the Most High is speaking through Joshua. Okay? And these are the Most High words. Be strong and of a good courage, for unto this people shalt thou divide for an inheritance the land. Now, that's happening very much today. How do we know? We know because we are being gentrified. We are being separated from our families. We don't have an inheritance. Like for example, when you think about and Shalom Lord Christ to the sister Anawa, Shalom Lord Christ to the brother Dekaya, man. All right. When you think about it today, the inheritance that we were supposed to get as slaves, it never happened. You wanna know why? Because when the devils found out that another devil was passing down a house or a house, a building, or a land over to the slaves, the most loyal slaves, what happened? There were certain white people or the KKK, they would come and burn down that land, that property, so that way we cannot receive it at all. Okay? So we don't have an inheritance. And even today, we have black businesses. Some of our businesses are going well, and some of our businesses are going straight to the ground, meaning that it's not prospering.
Right.
Because we don't know what we're doing or we don't have the right moves. And that happens, man. You have black businesses that fail because of the lack of resource, the lack of knowledge, the lack of guidance. Now in the UPK, we have a lot of businesses. Being in the ISUPK, that is a business. That's your business if you are a member of the school. Okay? If you are an official member and you put in solid work, you are definitely a part of this business. Okay? Can you read it one more time, Baba Shaw?
The book of Joseph, verse 1, chapter 1, verse 7. Only be thou strong and very courageous, that thou may observe to do according to all the laws.
Right. You have said courageous is good courage.
Good, very, okay.
Yeah, but it is still the same thing. But I just want to, let you know that you say courageous instead of courage. But go ahead, you got it.
Which Moses, my servant, command day. Turn not from it to the right hand or to the left.
Right. Keep going.
That thou mayest prosper wheresoever thou goest.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. I see you was reading verse 7. I thought you still reading verse 6. Salaki, my bad. Okay, yeah, you was absolutely right. So saying, only be thou strong and very courageous, which is, a root word, or actually it derives from the root word courage. So be very strong, or be thou strong and very courageous, that thou mayest observe to do according to all the law. Meaning, be confident, be very strong, be, disciplined, be focused, observant to do the law. And actually, we went over this last week on Wednesday when it talks about to be observant and diligent when it comes to the law. As you see, this is no different. This is how you're supposed to be. When it comes to the Most High, when it comes to His law, statutes, and commandments, you want to be strong and mighty in His word. You don't want anybody to try to shake the truth out of you. You want to shake the truth inside of them. You want to destroy all the things that they believe in that is false, and you want to introduce them into the truth. That's how you want to do it. Okay? That's exactly how you want to do it. Don't let nobody try to tell you that you're wrong for serving the Most High.
Come.
Don't let nobody tell you that you're wrong for, teaching the truth. Because in the Bible it says, am I your enemy because I tell you the truth? And that's what Paul has said. All right? Shalom, of course. Hey, shalom, little man. See what I'm saying? Don't let nobody try to discourage you and scare you from believing what the truth is that we teach in the ayah should be kept.
Right.
All right? Keep going if you could, Baba. Actually, matter of fact, keep it from the top one more time.
Verse 7, chapter 1. Only be strong and very courageous,
Mm-hmm.
that thou may observe to do according to all the law, which Moses my servant commanded thee.
Right. Before Moses had passed, Moses was with Joshua. Moses was with Caleb. Moses was around for a good minute. So imagine Moses being the mentor and Joshua being the mentee. All right? Like Moses, you see what I'm saying? He had set the bar high as far as what was going on and what needed to be taught. But of course, Moses didn't make it to the promised land, but his teachings mattered. He set a standard for blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. That's why when you read about Yahushua even quotes Moses. Esdras quotes Moses. I want to say probably Daniel as well was another brother who quoted Moses. Oh, Paul as well. Okay? Because they read the records, they studied the records, and they understood the importance of the law and how serious it was. That's why anytime the Sadducees and Pharisees tried to come up against Yahushua, what did he do? A lot of times he just cut them with Moses' words. And these words came from the Most High through Moses. And this knowledge, it recycles. It doesn't just go away. Because of we have things what is called bare record, we have a book, we're able to go back to our records and recite them when opportunities or situations come up. For example, how do we know what is a sin? Because the Bible tells us. Smoking was a sin, or still is a sin, from thousands and thousands of years ago. Now today we teach that it's still a sin. And that changes people's lives for those that listen. Tricking whores, whoredom, homosexuality, that was taught thousands and thousands of years ago. But today, we teach it today, and some people agree with it, some people disagree with it. But understand that everything has been set in stone. There's nothing new underneath the sun. What is underneath the sun? Do you know?
The sun, the sky.
So the sun is in the sky. What is underneath the earth, though? How do we see it? So, like, what is underneath the sun?
The earth.
It's the earth. So we see the sun because we are in the earth. There's nothing new. Everything that's happening today has happened thousands and thousands of years ago. Nothing is new on this earth. You can name any goddamn thing and nothing is new. Nothing is new at all. But what you have to understand is that something that can change is you. That's something that can change. You being a homosexual, you being gay, you being a lesbian, you being, you a woman trying to be masculine, you a man trying to be feminine, you selling drugs, you're kidnapping, you're lying, you're stealing, you're killing. All those things can change. That's not new that those things happen with people. But what is something that can be new is you. You changing your life. You changing yourself and not living two lives. Because if you say that you're in the truth and you still living and doing the same thing in your old life, you are not in the truth.
That's right.
You are trying to live both lives when you cannot. Because in the Bible, in the book of Matthew, it says that either you will hate the one or love the other. It can't be both. You can't love and hate at the same time.
Right.
As far as something that you serve. And that's facts. How can you love and hate, a God or something at the same time? It doesn't make sense. All right. Keep going if you could.
Turn not from it to the right hand or to the left, that thou may prosper whatsoever thou goest.
Right. So if you are strong and courageous, if you are disciplined, if you are diligent and you are strong, you will, if you turn to the turn not from it to the right hand or to the left hand, that thou mayest prosper whatsoever thou goest, meaning that you will prosper. You will be very successful. If you do the things that you are supposed to do in a rightful order, you will be just fine. And that's how it's going to go. You are going to be just fine because you obeyed. And obeying is having obedience. You fearing and listening to someone, okay, who has the answers. A lot of times we listen to Jesse Jackson, Al Sharpton, Ben Carson. We listen to these so-called presidents who are nothing but heathens. Even Barack Obama, who was an African. We listen to all the wrong people or influencers, entertainers, and all these people who don't do nothing to benefit Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans. They are the ones that are destroying our lives, and they turn us the wrong direction. And we are not successful because of them. We are destroyed because of them. Anytime that we talk about Martin Luther King, right?
Right.
Martin Luther King was not a man of God. Martin Luther King was not for his people.
Right.
He was for all the white women. He was for all the gay men, because if you do not know, Martin Luther King was messing around with not just white women, but he was messing around with men as well. All right, he was messing with those white men because he loved them. He was having sexual orgies with them. And according to the Bible, as far as law, that's unlawful. It's unlawful to sleep with the same sex. All right? It's unlawful to be with the opposite race. If you are a Black, Hispanic, or Native American woman, man, child, man, woman, or child, don't date outside your race.
That's right.
Because I only say Black, Hispanic, Native American because we have 12 tribes that are within those nations or those group of race of people. You date within those 12 tribes. If you are trying to, if you're with a white, African, because Black people are not Africans, by the way. Just because you got the same color skin doesn't make us the same people. Be aware. Because of white Africans, East Indians, Chinese, Japanese, I think I said East Indians already. East Indians, you know what I mean? All these different type of people. If you date those type of people, according to the Bible, it is a sin. It's unlawful because they are outside of your nation. All right? They are outside of your nation. And a lot of people that date outside of their race are very much weak. Look at O.J. Simpson. He's still messing with white women until this day after he got released. Kanye West has not been the same ever since he was messing with, Kim Caucasian. That's what I call her. Not Kim Kardashian, but Kim Caucasian. See what I'm saying? Who else? You got a lot of Black actors and actresses who are with people outside of their race instead of their own. Go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry.
All right, no sweat. Okay, no sweat. All right. So you don't want to say nothing? You good? All right. Let's go ahead and keep going.
Josiah, chapter 1.
Joshua.
This book of the law shall not depart out of their mouth, but thou shalt meditate therein. They shall meditate therein day and night,
Mhm.
that thou may observe to do according to all this is written therein.
All that is written therein. Does it say that or this?
All that is written there.
Right. So what it's saying is that the book of the law shall not depart out of thy mouth, meaning how, and you, okay, how we speak about the truth so much. You speaking it and you exercising it, you delivering the message to Black and Hispanic people, it should not depart from your mouth. Because not only do you, like you applying the law to yourself, you are applying the law, statute, commandments to yourself. You're exercising it, and won't depart from you unless you are not exercising it. Okay, go ahead.
That's what happened to Saul when he started serving the statute and laws and commanded the Lord that the Lord, the Father come up and he brought him a special spirit to him that's about to save.
Right. So when he lost the Holy Spirit, the law was not in him. That's why he had certain actions that were sinful. So
Right.
yes, that is correct. Yes. Yes. All right. Keep going. Oh, well, slightly, but it says, "But thou shalt meditate therein day and night." So meaning like it's something that you must do. You should meditate on the scriptures day and night, meaning study yourself up every day. We in the UK we require brothers and sisters to study the Bible, not read the Bible, but study the Bible for at least 1 hour. See what I'm saying? It's not going to hurt you. All the hours. It's 24 hours in a day. I mean, if you can sacrifice at least 1 hour, most high in Christ, and you should have some questions as well with those. Based on what you're studying, you should have some questions as well. Studying for an hour at least. All right, keep going.
For then shall thou make the way prosperous,
Hmm.
and then thou shalt have good success.
Now, who is that speaking about? Who is the one that's going to be prosperous?
It truly is going to be prosperous if you keep the statute commandments of the Most High, keeping the laws, living by the laws, being faithful,
Right.
transgress.
Right. The law, statutes, commandments. For those that are Israelites, you are going to be prosperous when you are on the side of the Most High. That's how it's going to be. If you can listen and have diligence and have discipline and endure to the end, the Most High is going to be with you. Now, it doesn't mean that bad things won't happen, meaning that you have, what is called bad days. Okay? Hey, shalom, Lord Christ, to the brother Mongabal, all right? It doesn't mean that you are not going to have bad days. The Most High is going to try all of his children. Those that he loves and chastises. Like if the Most High chastises you, he loves you. And that is in the Bible. That's in the book of Habakkuk. All right? If the Most High loves you, he's going to chastise you. He is a father. All right? A lot of people join a religion so that they can make up their own form of God. Because in religion, you can choose your own God instead of your God choosing you, which lets you know that the only person who's really a God is yourself in religion. You make the rules for how you serve your so-called power. And in reality, there's nothing but one power, and that is the Most High Yahweh. And with that being said, once again, you make the rules for yourself. See what I'm saying? As long as I repent and say I'm sorry, I'm okay. As long as I pray over this unlawful food, I am okay. As long as I decide to, I mean, like if I do something bad and I show myself to feel sorry about it without saying sorry or repenting, I should be okay. That is religion. That is very much religion. A lot of people have a religions when it comes to a God to where that they feel that it's okay just to smoke and I'll be all right. Like in the EPK, you can't do unlawful things and think that the Most High is still going to be with you. You are going to find out the hard way that the Most High is not with you. And don't, and my best thing I always tell people, brothers and sisters, do not test the Most High. You see what I'm saying? Do not test him. Don't try to test the waters, because you could have died in the world. All that things in the world, don't bring it into the school. Don't bring it into the truth, because the Most High will deal with you. Maybe he might deal with you this way, that way. Who knows? It's better not to know. It's better to be on his side, not on the other side of the Most High. All right? Stop your drug addiction. Stop the alcoholism. Stop all the things that's going to get you in trouble. The whoredom and things of that such. All right? You know what I'm saying? Those things is what's going to get you caught up. All the lying, the stealing, the killing, all the gossiping, those things are going to get you killed, man. And that's why we have laws in the Bible. These laws are here for your protection. It's not here to oppress you. A lot of people will say that, I don't know if I can do this. The laws is not grievous. And that's what Paul said in the book of Romans. The laws are not grievous, meaning it's not too hard to do. It takes patience. It takes discipline. It takes diligence, obedience. All those things matter. It's called a moral compass. If you don't have that, you're going to fall for everything with no guidance. And if you are in the world, you are an example of someone who has no guidance. All right? It's a lie. It's a lie. It's a lie.
Hey, no, put your water, man.
Yeah, the bar says it's a lie.
Hey, clap it up, man. Get that priest a big hand, man, for holding it down. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's undeniable. The truth is undeniable. You know what I'm saying? The truth is the truth is the truth. And all it will be the truth. And the truth, you good. And the truth will make you free, man. You know what I'm saying? Because we in hell. And everybody know, you know, and shalom, everybody. Shalom, how about you? Shabbat Katah. Shalom, how shalom, Bashem, have a shout to the sisters. All right. You know what I'm saying? That brother was the water of the Maccabee, you know, holding the class down. You know, we got tons of work going on in Israel, and it don't stop. Make sure y'all share the class if you already haven't. You know what I'm saying? The brother was bringing out was super. Did we have a couple of did it go down at all once and then come back up?
No.
No. Okay. No, so
Yeah.
We still good on YouTube and Facebook.
Yeah. We are on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter.
And Twitter, okay.
Yeah. Been on Twitter for about almost 2 months now. About 2 months, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, no
So
person.
I didn't see the YouTube. I see the Facebook one. So. But yeah, make sure y'all share this content, man, because like I said, that priest was bringing out some heavy things about this law. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, that is the cure. You know what I'm saying? That is the cure. That is the vaccine.
There you go. Right.
That is the way out of hell. You know, all that praying you do, God, so show me a sign. Show me a sign. What can I do to, you know, to stop being a whore? What can I do to stop being a homosexual? What can I do to stop being a liar and a thief? What can I do to get out of this hellish condition that I am in?
Right.
And it's the law. It's keeping the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You can't live like your oppressor, like this oppressor. You can't live like them. You can't do the thing. I know y'all see them like they lying, they chilling, they stealing, they cheating, they robbing, they homosexual, you know, they running the earth. They running the world. Mm-hmm. Right, because you know that their life is a purpose for everything. Like they said, the Lord has a plan. The Lord has a plan for their destruction. The Lord has a plan to show His strength in the destruction of them and their demise within an hour, real quick and easy. They being built up so high just to show them, just so the Lord can show His power in how quick He destroys the oppressor. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? But you can't live that life. That's not the life that's for you. You had a different purpose in this life. Your purpose was to be a light unto the earth, whether that's being a king or a priest or a princess in this earth. You know, in our worst state, they still look at us for inspiration, for guidance, for style, for influence,
Culture.
for culture, for entertainment as well. Like everything that's great about this place comes from us. In our worst state.
That's right.
That's because we were naturally put on this earth to be the light to the earth.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so it's not a coincidence. So you don't want to, you get a dog to be a pet. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But now, you want to be the pet. You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of like the way you can look at it. If you see what you want, how it looks when you try to buck dance and conform.
Right.
To their way of life instead of being the woman or the man that the Most High called you to be. You know what I'm saying? You look, that's how you look. You look like you're trying to get on the leash and be the dog and have your dog walk with you. That's just if you can imagine that, that's how you look trying to be under a people comfortably.
Right.
Wholesomely under them, happily, peacefully under your oppressor is what you look like.
Right.
You look like that lion with that perm. You know that meme.
Yeah.
You look like that male lion who had his mane perm.
Yeah.
That's what you look like spiritually. You know what I'm saying? It's a terrible thing. But I want to go into too. And if you have any questions, like I know the brother said, go ahead and type your questions in on in the chat. This is not the Christian church. We are not just to sit here to read a little pieces of the Bible and close it up and start singing and dancing and ask for your money and send you home.
Right.
That's not our agenda. That is not what we're about. You know what I'm saying? We welcome all questions, comments, concerns, disagreements, anything. Bring it to the table because this is about learning. This is the ISUPK, the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all got that saying that, common sense is not always common. You know what I'm saying? It's not a common, everybody don't have it. You know what I'm saying? Some people are weaker than others and fold and conform to any temptation. You know what I'm saying? And that's the situation. That's why we are a school. And we call ourselves a school because this is what you learn. You can ask questions, raise your hand and ask questions. You know what I'm saying? Have opposing opinion, which, you know what I'm saying, in the streets we'll call it, a battle.
Right.
Battle about these scriptures.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, because it's just learning and being objective. If you have an objective question or different things like that, that's what we do in here. Like you said, like the brother said, study the scriptures say to study to show thyself approved.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Not just come in and clap and sing and dance and listen to whatever I have to say. No, go study to make sure what I'm saying is right. One of my favorite things is don't be sure, make sure.
Right.
And that's in everything in life. Don't be sure, make sure.
Right.
You leave out the house and I wonder, I'm sure I cut that stove off. I'm sure I cut that oven off. But no, what you can do is not be sure, go upstairs and make sure you cut it off.
Yeah.
You don't know how much money you can save yourself. A fire you can avoid causing, whatever the case may be.
Right.
By making sure instead of being sure.
Right.
And that's in every aspect in life. Make sure of the choices you're going to make because the choices you make can be detrimental to your health. They can be contrary to the life you want to make for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So it's very beneficial to make sure of the choices that you make in life because you will have to suffer those consequences and deal with the choices you have to make and suffer them in your punishments and things like that. Okay? So it's very beneficial. Don't be sure, make sure. All right? Go ahead, brother.
Yeah, that's like I want the brother Mungabar had asked a question. He said, Salaki, sir, can I get the context of sober in 1 Peter 5:8? The scripture says, be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, like it. Hold on 1 second. Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about, seeking whom he may devour.
Right. So anybody, y'all heard the question? If y'all want to, give it a shot. What do you think that scripture means when it says to be sober? But first, before you do that, look up the word sober. Look at the definition. Okay, I know it's a couple of them. Get the definition of sober real quick.
Right.
And that's what you do a lot of times. You get a word and let's get the definition of it. Okay? Because that's like you say, study to show thyself approved. You got these smartphones.
Right.
Use them to do something smart. Look at the word. Study something.
All right. So yeah, I do have a few I have a lot of definitions, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
The first one is going to be for sober, not intoxicated.
Mm-hmm.
That's definition 1A. 1B is going to be abstaining from drinking alcohol or taking intoxicating drugs, refraining from the use of addictive substance or substance. 1 is C, sparing in the use of food and drink, because you can get drunk off of food. That there's many scriptures about that. The second definition, marked by sedate or gravely or earnestly thoughtful character or demeanor. Definition 3, unhurried or calm. That's completely different. That's not it. Definition 4, marked by temperance, moderation, or seriousness.
All of them, no, those definitions, all of even that one. You said the calm.
Unhurried. So it's UNHURRIED. And it says calm right next to it.
Right, but that may be even with the calm being right there. Because what is, when you think about being not sober, it don't make you calm. It don't make you be the person that can be.
I see what you're saying. Okay.
A person that can be rational.
Right.
And clear thinking.
Aggressive.
Make sure that it don't make you calm.
Right.
And all of that is important to, what this is talking about. So that's why I said let's get let's get the definitions, because all of them can apply.
All right. Number 5, definition 5, subdued in tone or color. 6, showing no excessive or extreme qualities of fancy, emotion, or prejudice. That I do know. That's completely different.
And then that's another one too.
Yeah.
As far as you never heard that song, I'm drunk with rage.
Yes. Yeah.
I'm drunk with vengeance.
I'm filled with it.
I'm filled.
I'm consumed with it.
So all of those things, there's a lot of them can go with sober. So let's go back to the scripture that the brother asked about.
All right, 1 Peter chapter 5, verse 8. Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about, seeking whom he may devour.
And get vigilant real quick, but while he's getting the definition of vigilant, just to break it down properly. But to be so, we heard all them definitions for sober. You can't be out here off your square like that. You know what I'm saying? You can't be out here off your square and drunken to the point where you can't do your job. You didn't drunk so much the night before, you don't get up for work in the morning. You know what I'm saying? Or for your slaves to support yourself. So now you're homeless because you prefer drinking over sustainability or over self-sufficiency.
Right.
You prefer that. You prefer to be drunken instead of having your own stability. You see what I'm saying? That is the situation. You don't want to be sober. You out here, somebody is trying to destroy you. It's a phrase that I really love. Because they say, I believe it's in the military. They talk about even in the hood we say it as well. It says to stay alert, stay alive.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, when you are intoxicated to the point where you can't drive. Driving is about staying alert. You got to be alert. You got to see what's coming, see the stoplight, see if you're swerving, see what's going on around you. And if you're not alert, you will kill yourself or you will kill somebody else.
That's right.
Because your judgment is off. You're not
Right.
alert of your surroundings. You didn't even notice that this brother, that it's a fight about to break out over here in the club that you in because you wasn't alert. You didn't notice that these brothers was getting into a little altercation. You could have got your people up out of there when you saw the altercation happen. So now you saw whether it's inebriated, you don't even see the brother pull out a gun on the other brother.
Mm.
You don't wake up until the bullets start flying. Now you are reactive instead of proactive.
There you go. Come.
Okay.
There you go.
So that's the difference, you know what I'm saying, with being sober. You know, like I said, being drunk with rage. You so out of your mind, and so drunk with wanting to hurt someone when the Lord says, vengeance is his.
That's right.
We never teach people not to defend yourself. Defend yourself at all costs. You have the right in the oppressive world and according to the Most High
Right.
to defend your life and your family's lives.
Right.
It's your life. Even if it means taking another person's life, you have the right to defend yourself. But we never saying that. But you got to be wise. And to be wise is to be alert and to be sober-minded to where you on point. You seeing what's going on around your surroundings. Okay? You see that you can't spend all your money on liquor, so now you can't pay your bills. So now you got your whole family homeless.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? You out here drunk in the club. Now you're getting raped. But then now you're getting raped at the club or get took home raped because you so drunk you don't notice the brother. Now you buying drinks from strangers. Now they putting what you call it, roofie in your drink, putting drugs in your drink to get you all discombobulated to take you home. And they just did a law. I heard about a law, supposedly in Minnesota, to where if you leave the club with somebody drunk, you can't even accuse them of rape. It's some law, in my mind when I heard that, I was just like, that must be because they let Bill Cosby out. Bill Cosby had a way with raping all the white girls allegedly. Yeah. So, the white man go in the club, drugging y'all, and y'all walk out with them, and they rape y'all, you don't get the crime rape either. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it seems to be. Because if anybody know over here in Minnesota, it's tons of Caucasians over here. Yeah. Or Caucasians, as my brother said. You know what I'm saying?
I got the definition.
Go ahead, grab that real quick.
God. Vigilant. Alertly watchful, especially to avoid danger. That's our definition.
Read that again. What we were just talking about.
God. Vigilant. Definition. Adjective. Alertly watchful, especially to avoid danger.
Stay alert, stay alive. You have something you want to say, brother? No. Oh, okay. But that's the point. You can't be, it's an oxymoron. You can't be not sober. You got to be sober to be vigilant. Right. To be alert. Right. That's the point of that scripture. You can't be out your mind. Read vigilant again.
Come. Vigilant, alertly watchful, especially to avoid danger.
Right. Alertly watchful. You gotta watch what you do. You gotta watch because to be homeless is dangerous. Not being able to provide for your family is a dangerous situation to put your family in. You have to watch the things that you do, the things that you don't do. You gotta watch the things that people are doing around you. How are you gonna be in a position of power and you don't know what the people who are around you in your circle are doing? There's people trying to destroy y'all. And like the saying goes, you only as strong as your weakest link. Mm-hmm. You got to see where your weaknesses are in your chain, so you can you can watch that area a little stronger. Maybe we got to take a little bit of our attention and put it a little bit more on this part. Because we strong over here, we sober, we diligent over here, but this person over here, is not sober, not diligent. So but they trying. Mm-hmm. So we got to focus some of our energy over here to make sure that this brother or sister is on point. Go ahead.
No, I was going to say, pretty much, it was a part that you were saying. I thought about just, know the people that you labor amongst.
Right.
You feel me? So yeah.
And so, and that's what it's talking about, man. You know, you can't be, you got to be sober to be vigilant.
Con.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what we're going to tell you. Be sober, be vigilant. It goes hand in hand.
Yeah.
You can't be out of your goddamn mind, and you supposed to be watching out for brothers and sisters.
Con.
It ain't gonna work. That's why the scripture talks about, get the beam, get the mote out of your eye
All right, yeah.
before you try to take the beam out of somebody else's or something.
Right. Con.
You
Con.
know, I'm paraphrasing a little bit maybe, but you got to make sure you are together.
Con.
If you trying to be in a position of power, you know what I'm saying, or of authority, you know, so you can watch out for other people and make sure they're okay. You know, that's the mission. But go ahead.
You know, I was just gonna say, like, based on everything that you're saying, you know, the concept of sober in the scripture is multifold. It's just not one.
Right.
You know, just like how you know, Christ said, you know, don't be. No, I'm sorry. It's either Christ or Paul who said, you know, don't be drunk with philosophy and doctrine.
Right.
It's like, are you literally drinking that? No, just don't be so influenced to it to the point where you are so caught up with it, if that makes sense. Makes sense, yeah.
Or making you do stupid things.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
going to strap a goddamn bomb to your chest and blowing yourself
There you
up.
go. Yeah,
Or,
muscle.
you know what I'm saying? You
Right,
know,
right.
going to do things that are not beneficial.
Yeah,
to
it's
the
not
Most High.
morally
Like,
correct.
that's them. But
Right,
you know, with other, like you said, with those other philosophies.
right.
You know what I'm saying? With you being in the world, because you know the Christians tell you to tell a lot of women to ruin your household.
Con.
You know what I'm saying? Leave your
Come,
husband.
come.
You know what I'm saying? He don't got no job. Leave him. Get you a man with a job. Like we got 2 kids together. So what? Get you a, you know, it's somebody out there that's willing to be stepdad. And you know he might rape the kids and molest your daughter that you got with the other man, but
Right.
he's gonna provide for you. Like you know, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You being drunk with other philosophies.
Yes,
like the
right.
saying, you're not supposed, you know, you can get drunk on philosophies
Right.
and ideologies and things like that.
Come,
So
come,
where,
come.
like I said, you're doing things that's contrary to your way of life. The
Right.
way of life that you're trying to live to, you know, be better, a better mother, a better father,
Right.
and things like that. Like you can't, you know, ruin your household and destroy your household and try to get somebody else to come in and fix it up. You know what I mean? Some man, you leave your household to be a home wrecker and wreck your home for some man that got some money, but he's gonna come in and, like I said, molest your daughter and your kids.
Right. Come.
You know, so like you said, you know, those kind of things, and you know, because there's so many gang members, you know, prostitutes that got crosses on their neck out there.
Yeah.
You know, they
Tattoos, all
selling
that.
vagina with crosses.
Come.
They're selling dope on the block right now with Jesus pieces on.
Come.
In the strip club, praying before they go on stage. They are drunken with that philosophy of Christianity that tells you can do whatever you want to do all week. Come and say sorry on Sunday, pay a few dollars from stripping and prostituting, and you're gonna be all right.
Right.
You know, that's setting you up for destruction, to perish. No, that's not how it's gonna work.
Right.
All right.
So yeah, that was pretty much it as far as question.
Well, that was it. Keep going on. So be diligent. What's out the diligent?
All right. Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about, seeking whom he may devour.
He said, "He is your what? Your what?
Your adversary.
Your what?
Your adversary.
Your adversary. Your adversary means your enemy.
Right.
Your enemy is walking around trying to kill you. You need to stay alert to stay alive. You need to be on point. You need to be what we call it, be on you off your square. You need to be on your square.
Right. Or like some people say, you know, from the hood, be on your P's and Q's.
P's and Q's. You know
right.
what I'm saying? You got to be on that. Well, people know what P's and Q's even stand for. What P's and Q's stand for?
Off the top.
You know, go ahead. What P's and Q's?
P's good to still deal with business like that. P better Wasco.
No. I'm talking about P's and Q's. That's like an acronym, I believe. Yeah. What does the P stand for and what does the Q stand for? Yeah. What is it? Be on your P's and Q's.
Wow, I always heard it.
You always heard it, but I'm curious. I'm not even 100% sure.
It's a lie. I'm finna see.
If you're online, what does P? What is that acronym? be on your P's and Q's, be on, I want to say be on point,
Yeah.
and be on, I don't know what the Q is. Be on your P's and
So I
Q's.
mean, what I'm saying is, it says a meaning means mind your manners, mind your language, and be on your best behavior, and watch what you're doing.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
So the P and Q don't stand for anything?
I
Like,
guess
that's
exactly.
Not an acronym?
I guess it's not because I keep saying nah. Well, I mean, I see someone keep saying peace and quiet, performance and quality, but I think that's something else.
That sounds right.
But it has a lot more.
Performance, quality.
Yeah.
You said it for performance and quality. I like
yeah.
that.
Peace and quiet. Otherwise.
Peace and quiet. Shut your be on peace.
Right. Right.
Be at peace with all men and shut your goddamn mouth.
Yep.
Your mouth will get you.
As far as the last one, I don't know about the last one, but the next one is productivity and quality. Otherwise, the last one says poems and quotes. I don't think that relates.
But productivity and quality, I like that one.
Yeah, I like that one.
So
yeah,
because you want to be productive. You
yeah.
know the things that you produce. What are you producing? And is the things that you produce quality? You know what I'm saying? Is the things you say.
Yeah.
Is it quality? Because you produce words. You produce actions and work. Is the work that you produce quality? Be on that. You know what I'm saying? That all makes sense. So I like those. That's why,
Yeah.
I like that. What you say, productive and quality.
Yeah.
Peace and
productivity and quality.
Productivity and quality. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
You don't get damn P's and Q's. Of course, I just was curious on what,
yeah, no, for real, yeah, kind of, yeah. I mean, I just know the language, but I don't know, I know exactly what it means.
I've never, you know what I'm saying, really used that phrase before, but I have heard it. But yeah, no, it makes sense. Productivity and quality. Are you a productive person in society? You know what I mean? And there's the thing that you produce quality. Is it valuable?
Yeah.
Are you useful? You know what I'm saying? Are the things you're saying helpful and uplifting? You know what I mean? Productive. Quiet. I like it. It's quiet.
Right.
There was some beautiful, definitions. So that's the answer to the brother's question. Because the devil. So long before you keep on. So that was be vigilant.
Be sober, be vigilant. So the key words is sober, vigilant, adversary.
Make sure your adversary, which is your enemy, seeking who.
And then devour, I'll say is another key word.
And to seek who he may devour, destroy.
There's a little time.
Yeah.
I was going to say a precept. It's Revelations when it talks about a devil is going to seek and devour who he can because he has nothing but a little time. Right. That's in Revelation, so that's a precept.
So he's seeking to devour. Your enemy is seeking to devour you. Devour, to utterly destroy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You want to get the definition? Get devoured real quick. See how deep it goes. Utterly destroy you. You know what I'm saying? To devour. And think about, when you devour something, you try to kill it. You're trying to, wear it out. Go ahead.
All right, devour. Definition. Webster Dictionary.
Did you have something before we was going on?
Oh, yeah.
Go ahead.
When you say you have the devil going around like a boy lion,
mm-hmm.
I guess you could say that in the book of Job or Job, when Satan was going to test Job, tell him to make him sin, tell him to make a curse God, so he time with all these diseases and stuff. See, he gonna keep. They say that you mean by devouring.
Yeah, he seeks to destroy you.
Like a roaring lion. Peace. Yes, gossiping, singing, eating, what you doing, fun, and it's just saying like, yeah, you owe this money.
And that's that spirit, because Satan, and what Job was talking about, the actual angel Satan. But this one, devil, when it talks about the devil in this one, right. It's talking about the spirit of Satan, which is in our oppressor.
Right.
Talking about that oppressor that walks around here with a police badge on, trying to destroy you, walking around poisoning our food, putting drugs in our communities. Like you said, you know what I mean? Like a lion, like a roaring lion, they out here just like wild animals. You know what I'm saying? You can comply. You can tell them, I got my gun license. Hey, sir, I got it. They so wild, like wild animals and wild beasts. They are just trying to destroy people and kill them. No matter how much of a suit you put on, you can be a black man coming back in your army outfit. Your whole army attire. They're gonna snatch you out the car, mace you, put your foot on your neck, and you just went and put your life on the line for this country. But that's what they're gonna do to you because they're like a roaring lion. You know what I mean? Seeking who they mean. That roaring lion, we know that if that lion is hungry, ain't no reasoning with the lion.
Right.
That's why I say, like, when you in the jungle, you see a lion, you go, please, Mr. Lion, don't eat me. I'll come in peace. You know what? You know, you're gonna take off running. I got to get out of here. You know what I mean? There ain't no reasoning with that lion to try to act. You know, all he cares about is what his agenda is to feed his family and his belly and what he needs to survive. He has no regard for your life. Thus says the Lord. All right.
So yeah, I do have the definition for you. You ready? Definition. Devour.
Go to devour.
Yeah. Devour. Definition. To destroy all trace of.
To destroy what?
Mm-hmm. To destroy all trace of. So that's
to
one
destroy
definition.
all trace.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's when you wipe off a person's culture from their minds. He don't only want to kill you, but he wants to make it like he's going to destroy your bones. You know what I mean? That's why the conscious community always coming around. Where's y'all bones at? Where's all y'all bones? Because, you know, they love worshiping mummies and all that garbage. Where y'all bones at? Where Jesus' bones? Where Moses' bones at? It said what? They gonna what devour?
Come on, Salaki. To destroy all trace of.
To destroy all trace. They didn't want to leave a trace of us. Thus says the Lord. All right, they didn't want to leave a trace of our existence. So not only they destroying the bones, taking away the language, covering the faces of the judges with their faces. We never existed. They don't want to let us know that we made inventions. Yeah. Now they trying to take out the fact that we was even the slaves.
Mm.
We you know, we wasn't, you know, we was, you know, they don't nothing. We didn't do anything. We didn't contribute in no capacity to this earth. They wanted to devour every trace of you. And that's what I was talking to somebody about that critical that they took out of school when they gave them the Bible critical race theory.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah,
it's called the critical race theory.
Yeah.
When it was put in schools that they had to teach about the truth about slavery, how America was built, and the horrible things that our oppressor has done to achieve this greatness in this kingdom. It was called the critical race theory. That you know, so when they gave us, you know, a barbecue that we've been doing all the time. You know, we've been celebrating Juneteenth every year. You know, but when they made it a national holiday to give us something, give us some self-esteem or whatever they want to do, they had to do something for the white people self-esteem to make it so they never have to hear about none of the horrible things they've done in school. Kids don't have to learn about it, you know. And then I was talking to a person about that. And they were saying, well, I don't mind them not knowing about the horrible things they have done about us being slaves. Right. You know, because they give them there. It seems that gives them pride. You know, and I understood the point, you know, not wanting to teach them. But like the scripture says, it says to the son of perdition must be revealed.
That's erroneous, God.
You know what I'm saying? The devil, your enemy. You got to know because a lot of people think that this person ain't the enemy. Because they looking at us like we're the enemy. But if they don't learn about who they are, because when they do learn, some of them who have some kind of compassion, you know, they get down on their knees and kiss boots and different things like that, and try to do something to contribute to the cause. Mm-hmm. But at the end of the day, that's not what this is about. You know, them revealing who they are and them knowing about the shame that they should have. It teaches our people who the enemy is. Because it ain't the brother who stepped on your shoe that you want to kill or who robbed your house. It's a person that molded him from his mother's womb to be a robber, to rob your house. You know? So let's go find the person who made him, who sent him into your home. Mm-hmm. And that is what, you know, why we say that the critical race theory is important to learn. You got to learn about who your enemy is. And you got to teach them, you know, because a lot of people think they Jesus. Because right now, Jesus, you know, all the images of Jesus look like the oppressor. And so if my Jesus look like my oppressor must be some kind of divinity. It must be a reason that they over me. You know, it must be a reason that they're in this position. You know, so I understand like a person who I don't want them to learn about that. It makes them arrogant and things like that. But that's why I said, man, so let them be as arrogant as because they are already that. So when the Lord destroys them in an hour, it's going to be that much more glory.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Our people getting to learn, our children learning about those things allows them to know who their enemy really is. You know, because we say like, yeah, well, why can't they learn about what they do now? Like, yeah, they do things now, but they also give them food stamps and give them, you know, Section 8. So a lot of them, when Trump came and gave a couple stimulus checks, and niggas was ready to bow down and kiss his boot. Trump is the man. He gave us stimulus checks. You know, so you gotta keep. Don't let our people forget who this person is. You know what I'm saying? And like the scripture saying, did you get that scripture? The son of perdition must be revealed. Read that scripture. They absolutely must be revealed. The enemy must be revealed because the enemy is not revealed. You're gonna continue to think that the brothers in your neighborhood is your enemies. When they were tailor-made, you know, they were oppressed to the point where they hate their own skin and they hate anybody that looks like that. And so now they want to kill you and destroy you because they've been so it's a self-hate. And that's systematic.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Yeah, I got it. That's right. I got you. 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 3. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first.
See, like, right. Let no man deceive you. Like, I understand. You know, they don't want that falling away to come. It says that there must be a falling away first. Our people got to know who the enemy is. They got to get a step away from that white zaddy. What they call him, zaddy. You know, they got to stop, you know what I'm saying, thinking that, you know, want them some snow bunnies, thinking that, you know, white is right, and all of this garbage, you know. They got to get away from that. It got to be a falling away first. You let no man deceive you. That must, it said, what, read that part again?
Let no man deceive you by any means.
By any means. I don't care if they do take critical race theory out of school. I don't care if they try to give you Section 8 and say we'll pay your rent. And all you got to do is pay us $8. Just don't let that nigga in the house. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if they give you food stuff. And try to do anything by any means. Let no man deceive you. Keep going.
Come. For that day shall not come, except there come a falling away, and that man of sin is slacking. And that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition.
And that man of sin be revealed. The what?
The son of perdition.
The son of perdition. Now let's, you know, we're gonna get the definition just to show the people. The son of perdition. There must be a falling away first. You gotta fall away from your white zaddy. You gotta fall away from white is right. There must be a falling away first.
I got the definition.
And they say that son of perdition, the man of sin, that son of perdition must be revealed. It said it absolutely must happen. They must know, our people must know that who the enemy is. Go ahead, what's the perdition?
Perdition. Eternal damnation. Next definition, hell. The second definition, utter destruction or absolute loss.
No. Read that scripture again at that part.
Come.
The man of what?
And that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition.
The son of perdition. Who is the son? Like, just think about spiritually. You know, like we always say, you know, the rapper, you know, Nicki Minaj, they my sons.
All these bitches are my sons. Right.
You know, I hear that like, you know, my son. You know what your son is. You know, live, you know, figuratively or spiritually.
Right.
Your son. It says the son of perdition. Read that definition of perdition again.
Come. First definition. Eternal damnation.
Eternal damnation. The son of eternal damnation. The son of Satan. The one who's born with that spirit
Mm.
of eternal damnation. Keep going.
Definition 1, part B, or definition 1B, hell.
Hell, that hellish condition, like Jonah talked about being in the belly of that big fish.
Mm.
He said he was in hell.
Right.
We are in hell. We are in a hellish condition. This is who the son of perdition is. The son who got this spirit. Who has this spirit when we read this definition? This is perdition. And it said this person must be revealed. This person has to be revealed. Because our people got to fall away from these people. These Karens out here, they these white as white. And you see all these people that's, being Karens out here. You know what I'm saying? Destroying us. Go ahead, Salak.
The son of perdition, the oppressor, the white man devil.
Damn, I give him a hand. Salak.
I had a question for you. It's like, so, I mean, is it safe to say I can use Isaiah, the 14th chapter, when it talks about, is this the man that has caused the nations to tremble? When it talks about the destruction.
Right, that's the son of perdition. Right. Cause the nations, the whole world to tremble.
Right,
because you got somebody that's this ruthless, like who don't, they say stay away from people who have nothing to live for, like who just have no regard for human life. Like, that's a dangerous person. And that person has to be, they're like a virus, like a virus, like a plague.
Cancer.
Those viruses, they suck, they leech on to good cells and destroy them. The only way they can live is by destroying the good things to like vampires, leeches. Leeches gotta suck your blood dry to live. They gotta drain you, suck everything out of you, and then move to the next thing that they can destroy and devour. They can't live unless there's something there for them to utterly devour. All right? So let's keep going on that definition.
All right, go. All right. Second definition, utter destruction or loss.
Read the first one again.
Eternal damnation.
Right, eternal damnation.
Hell. Second definition, utter destruction or loss.
Utter destruction or loss. You know what I'm saying? Eternal damnation. Because that's what our people are headed for by following, this spirit. Hell. We in hell by following this son, this spirit. Keep going.
That was in our definition.
That was
Yeah, it was only two. Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
So that was some heavy definition.
No, come on.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's who the son of perdition. This person has said that this person must be revealed. And we see that they have no regard for nothing. They destroy everything. They destroy the ozone layer. They destroy the water. And these are things that they supposedly need to live.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But that's why I said they're like a virus. So they're going to destroy this. And what they doing now? Trying to go find somewhere else to live and destroy it. All in outer space. Probably somewhere underwater, diving deep enough to try to find something underground somewhere. Try to find somewhere else to go because they know that they have to utterly destroy everything they touch for them to live. They can't live in peace and harmony with you.
Right.
It's been proven too much over thousands of years. It just can't happen. All right? Where we was at? There must be a falling away. All right, so that was it on the brother's question.
Yeah.
Then,
He already has said at the
Oh no, that is on that son of perdition scripture. So
yes, come. Yeah, it's pretty short. Yeah, it was pretty short. Yeah, that was it. Unless you want to keep going. So as far as the son of perdition, that was the last sentence. So I read it again, if you don't mind. Second Thessalonians chapter 2 verse 3. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first.
And that's what's important that we want to make. That day shall not come is the day that the Lord comes and revenge us and get us up out of this head. He wants, because if it would have came back in 2016, I wouldn't have been here. You know, back in 2000 when they said it was coming, and it didn't, you know, a lot of brothers wouldn't have been here, and sisters wouldn't have been here.
Me as well.
You know what I'm saying?
Right, right.
So, you know, it got to be a falling away person, and this grace period, you know, giving our people a chance to get in and get themselves together before they come in and be utterly destroyed. You know what I'm saying? It's not a game, man.
Tom,
Go ahead.
Except there come a falling away first,
Right,
that it's like, and that man of sin be revealed,
right,
the son of perdition.
right. Okay. So that man, you see it said that man.
Mhm.
You know, not that, you know, like you don't want to skip over that part. That man
Right,
of sin. That
Right.
man of sin must be revealed. This is a man we're talking about. And this is all present. This man that is utterly destroying the earth, utterly destroying the people, putting people in hellish conditions in the richest country on earth. They got more homelessness and starvation than a third world country. Because the man that's in charge, that are bleeding the people dry, just so they can have a house that they stay in for a day, one day a year. They will let you die and starve. That's why I tell brothers in the street all the time, do you want your life, you want to be like them? Do you want your life to depend on another man's death?
Mm.
When you sell drugs, your life depends on other people poisoning themselves every day. Is that the life you want? Is that a life? The life of a damn vampire,
Right.
where you have to suck the life out of somebody else to live. Is that the life you want to live? Is that the life you're proud of? You're going to go to your children's school on bring your mother to work day, bring your father to work day? You mothers out there, you bleed, you know, you using your lust, your titties and your vagina that's probably diseased up. Taking these, you know what I'm saying, taking advantage of these lustful men and women too. You know, they got to continue to give everything they have and make to fulfill this lust for you. And you gonna go to your children's school and say, yeah, you know, I'm a prostitute in training. You know what I mean? I'm a stripper. You know, and I use my, you know, that's what you're gonna go do? You proud of that? That's the life you want to live? That's our oppressors' lifestyle. They don't mind milking and bleeding the people dry like a damn vampire for them to live. Like a virus, a cancer killing all the good cells, devouring a plague, sucking everything out of you. And then when they will die right along with you. If they don't have another source to live off of, to transfer to, they're just gonna die. They're gonna suck you up, bleed you dry until y'all both die together. That's your oppressor. And that's why the drug dealers, they're gonna suck this person dry until they dead too. That's like either dead or in jail. Both of them is dead. You're in jail for life, that's death. You know what I'm saying? You've been in the streets, got shot, paralyzed, that's death. You've been with somebody that, you know, raped you, you didn't been out there prostituting, you didn't got raped. That's death, man. It's a horrible life to have to live. You know what I'm saying? Your children getting raped, you being so promiscuous, bringing all type of men around your house. Now your daughters and them hate you because you allowed them to get raped. Constantly, you and your sons hate you because you allowed them to get raped because you were so damn promiscuous. You were so much of a whore. See what I'm saying? But, you know, maybe maybe I'm wrong. I guess I don't know. But the scripture said that the son of perdition must be revealed. This person that seeks to devour, utter destruction, keep you in a hellish condition, that man of sin must be revealed. And that's why we do what we do. That's why we go on these corners all over America telling you who your enemy is. So you can do something better about it and not just jump on the damn hamster wheel. You know what I'm saying? And be a disgusting drug addict or a disgusting whore or a disgusting pimp or whatever you're doing out here to contribute to the benefit of this oppressor's lifestyle.
Right.
Well, you have something up?
Oh, no.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, come, sis. Like, yeah, I do got a precept based on everything you're saying. The scripture speaks about it in a nutshell. Ecclesiasticus and Apocrypha, chapter 12, verse 16. An enemy speaketh sweetly with his lips.
Man, you know they do. They sure know what to say.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They sure know what to say. They sure know everything to say. Mother Rich, she got a phrase from, I believe it's from Jamaica, say, butter won't melt in your mouth.
Oh yeah,
I
yeah.
think it's a Jamaican saying, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
But
I
you know,
so.
like your mouth's so cold, like you got a cold mouthpiece. You're so cold, butter won't melt you. You sure know what to say. And that's how this enemy is, man. They sure know the right thing to say to get people to do whatever they want them to do. And usually it got something to do with money. I give you whatever you desire.
Right.
And a lot of times it's attached to the love of money.
Right.
Okay? Keep going.
But in his heart, he imagined how to throw thee into a pit.
Get his brother a hand with this precept.
This is more to it.
Precept King strikes again. Go ahead.
Come. He will weep with his eyes.
Hold on, go back to that first, the one that line right before that.
Come. An enemy speaketh sweetly with his lips, but in his heart he imagined how to throw thee into a pit.
Good night. He's speaking sweetly with his lips, and in his heart, he just imagining how to throw you into a pit, how to destroy you. Like, what's the best way? What's the nicest way, like to destroy this person? To just utterly destroy him and throw him in a pit and get them out of here so I can be great. So I can stand on their back and live. So I can milk them of everything that they have and continue to prosper. That is what this enemy is doing. Keep going.
Come. He will weep with his eyes, but if he find opportunity, he will not be satisfied with blood.
Good night.
Come.
Like he's gonna weep with his eyes. This person crying on your shoulder. And when you go in to hug him, why you crying? Like, oh, it's okay. He pouring the poison in your drink next to you.
Right.
Or something. That's what that put me in the mind of, like somebody that evil.
Come.
You know, he ain't satisfied with just blood. He ain't satisfied. Not only is he gonna kill you, and then he's gonna go make your child his slave.
Come.
The blood ain't enough.
It's not.
Your death is not. Your death is not enough.
Come.
You know what I'm saying? He can kill you, but no, that's not enough. He needs you. He needs your legacy. He wants you race your. He don't want no trace of you. Go ahead.
Your soul. Yeah, I mean, he wants your soul as well. So
right. He wants the Lord to burn your soul. Like he wants to get you to a place where you have pissed the Lord out, because it say, "Don't fear him that can." The scriptures say, "Don't fear him that can destroy the body."
Right.
But fear him that can destroy the soul and the body in hell. You know what I'm saying? And that's what this person, like, your blood ain't enough. He wants the Lord to not only destroy you, but destroy your soul, your spirit, so you never even get to come back again in this earth. That's how evil he wants you to be. That's how many kids he wants you to abort. That's how many murders he wants you to have. That's how many drugs he wants you to sell. That's how many rapes he wants you to commit.
Come.
You see what I'm saying? To make you, the Lord want to utterly destroy you, not only your body, but also your soul, your spirit. Go ahead.
Come, good. I had another precept for you that's very similar to this. We usually use this for Thanksgiving, or just the deceitfulness of our oppressor.
Right.
You know, the word "rai" in Hebrew means evil, the evilness of our oppressor, right? Or I'll say Adawamium Rai, which means Esau or red man being evil.
And Rai too. When they say Rai,
R.I.,
R.I., and that's how. And I said that before, when Rihanna started being evil, she started calling herself Rai. But
I remember that.
They pronounce it Ree.
Yeah,
Ree. And she called herself Bad Girl Riri.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, Bad Girl Riri.
And so Bad Girl, evil. And Bad Girl, evil. That's when she started being evil and going into all the stuff with getting with Chris Brown, and he had to start beating on her for her being Bad Girl Riri.
Yeah,
condoning, knocking the furniture out of a chick's mouth.
Right.
But
Yeah.
you know?
No, I know what you mean. I know what you mean. Kind. Yeah.
But
Right.
like
Right.
I said, I don't condone the brother being killed by a woman either.
Yeah.
Yes,
Kind.
I condone all defense of yourself. You have the right to live just like she did. You have the right to all the furniture in your mouth, just like she has the right to all the furniture in hers. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Right. Kind. So yeah. So this is the second precept. Psalms. It's like Psalm chapter 55, verse 20 through 22.
Uh-huh.
He hath put forth his hands against such as be at peace with him. He hath broken his covenant.
Right. Right. Ain't no peace. That's what we've been saying this whole time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's just the basis. Like, there's no peace with this person. There ain't no way to try to seek peace with him.
Right.
He breaks all his covenants. You see, he did it with the native Indians.
Right.
Broke all the covenants, all the treaties, everything they said. They brought him in, tried to feed him, clothe him, teach him how to survive. All the treaties. They didn't want no peace. They wanted to utterly destroy them. You know what I'm saying? Then call their best call one of their football teams the Redskins.
Racist.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. Slap in the
That's
face.
contributed to the Redskins. You know what I'm saying? Or the Chiefs.
Right.
Or what's the other one? There's some other ones that
Yeah.
they
I know what
in
you're
the
saying.
football.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I think one of them called the Indians. You know, the Cleveland
Yeah.
Indians. They just call them the Indians on one.
I was going to say Chief
That
Indians.
Florida football team, the Seminoles. I think they call the Seminoles.
Oh,
It's a Florida football
kind.
team, I believe, a Florida
Yeah.
college team. I believe they call the Seminoles. But that's what they do. You know what I'm saying? They utterly destroy you and you be known as a football team. Nobody knows who the Seminoles really is, but they know that Florida football team. You must be talking about that Florida football team. But anyway.
Yeah. Verse 21. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. His words were smoother than oil, yet were they drawn swords.
Right. It seems like they come around, like you said, so peaceful and nice. You know what I'm saying? A lot of brothers had to learn it the hard way in college. You know, them big, strong black athletes getting with these Karens in college. You know, she was sweet. Oh, you so strong and black, and let me just come up. Right after you get it, now they yelling rape. Oh, he raped me. You know what I'm saying? You yell at them in the streets, you know, when they fall. Oh, he just hit me, screaming, call the police, trying to get you murdered. You know what I'm saying? It's terrible, man. You know what I'm saying? These white men, they coming to you. You know, hey, you can be the biggest, you know, the drug dealer. You know, they giving you the drugs, teaching you how to cook it. Then you become the biggest drug just to turn you into the authorities, and you go to prison, and they standing over you like they busted you. When they, you know what I'm saying, when they built you up to be this. But this is what happened. Words as smooth as butter, but they got swords, right? They are looking to destroy you. They are looking, not only do they want to destroy you, they want the Most High to also destroy your spirit.
Right.
Your soul, right along with you. Okay? And that's what a lot of brothers and sisters get themselves in, like, you know, when they call it, you know, selling your soul to the devil and things like that. It's like, what have you done? It's the things that they have made you do to where the Lord, you know, like I said, want to utterly destroy you. Not only your body, but also your soul in
That's
hell.
right. That's right.
Because it's been so much blood. You know, King David couldn't even build the Lord's kingdom.
The temple.
The Lord's temple, because he had so much blood on his hands from other Hebrews for what he had to do to our people and to the enemy as well, to the other nation, but also to our nation. That's where the real blood, because, you know, he had to also get down on our people, you know what I'm saying, because they decided to side with the enemy, you know. So having that blood on your hand is a real thing. You know what I'm saying? Brothers say, man, I'd rather sell the drug. When you see brothers selling dope, you know, to their mamas and their daddies. Well, I'd rather sell it to him myself than to have somebody else sell it to him. Like, so you'd rather have your mama's blood on your hand?
Right.
Like, what? How does that make sense? So you would rather kill your mama. So I'd rather kill my mama than somebody else kill him. Like, really? That's logical to you? That makes sense to you? You can live with that. That you killed your mama, not another person. Good night, man. You know, our people are sick. You know what I'm saying? Are sick, and the oppressor. You know, then the people who brought us over here on ships and the slave ships and the slave trade, they are the reason for that. I don't blame that brother. He has been utterly destroyed. There's no trace of his culture left in him. He has no identity. It's wiped away systematically. You got to understand. That brother needs help. He is sick. Okay, a brother who says something like that, a sister who says something like that, they are sick. Just like they was doing with us when we was on drugs, they was throwing our parents in prison, talking about the war on drugs.
Mhm.
And then when the white man started getting on drugs, they start giving them rehab, talking about, you know, they are sick, they need help. So when they get on drugs, they need help. When we get on drugs, we are criminals and we need prison. We don't need rehab and therapy like they gave to them when the opioids hit their community and all those pills was starting, and that heroin started hitting the white community. And they weren't locking them up. It wasn't a war on drugs then. Now everybody can. You got a drug problem, you know. Like, come on, man. You locking up brothers who get caught with 3 grams, 3
Right.
different times. This brother is a crackhead. Now he in jail for life because he smoked, because he had an addiction.
Mhm.
They're like locking a nigga up for gambling for life. You locked up for life because you gamble too much. You gotta go to jail for life.
Okay.
It's just ridiculous to think about.
Mhm.
But like I said, this person's blood is not they need more than blood. They need like your soul, bro. They need to break your spirit. They need to utterly destroy you, thus says the Lord, man.
Come.
Without leave no trace of you.
Mm-hmm.
Erase your memory from the records.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
So
That was a good one.
with that, man, you know, we're gonna get up out of here, man. We got a cookout coming up in New York on the 21st. If you in the East Coast or you in the Midwest, you want to get out there, gonna be some heavy hitters out there the 21st through the 24th, I believe, or the 25th.
Something like that.
But over on the East Coast, man, go on our website, ishbk.com. You can find out if the itinerary is going to be a whole weekend of amazingness, of brotherhood, of gloriousness, of righteousness, of everything that you've been asking the Lord for, to send you aside. Let me find something. If you're in that area, go there and experience it personally. Go to New York. Get with and around the priests and prophets of the Lord. Get with and around real sisters. You know what I'm saying? Real virtuous sister that they speak about in Proverbs 31. Go
That's right.
and talk to them. You know what I'm saying? And experience, you know, what this life is really about, what you've been praying about. Because your Christian church ain't gonna give it to you. You know what I'm saying? You gave them all your money and you're not getting the outcomes that you've been looking for. Because they're not there. They don't reside there. They are contrary to the outcomes that you want. So come into this truth, man. Go find out about it. If not, if you don't feel like this is the truth after you come and experience it for yourself, you can always go back to your Christian church. You can always go back to sucking on that glass penis you sucking on. You know what I'm saying? A lot of you brothers and sisters out sucking glass penises.
Good night.
What they vapes, sucking on glass penises, paper penises, whatever it is.
Bones or
You know,
whatever. Yeah.
you can always go back to that glass penis God of yours. You know what I'm saying? That Christian church of yours, you know, go back there. If this ain't the truth, if this ain't where the Lord is, the home of the truth. All right? So if you're in New York, you can go experience that over there and get a experience prices that you never gonna forget, and that can change your life and give you the generational wealth that you so seek. All right, that you've been seeking for your whole life. This, you know, that's when you can go there right now. You know what I'm saying? If you're in the Midwest, Chicago, Minnesota, come here. We in Minnesota, come get with us. We just had an amazing Chicago kickout.
That's right.
And we got an expungement weekend come up here in Minnesota very soon at the end of September. You know what I'm saying? It's where brothers can come and get with us and get things took off your record. You know, get things expunged. We gotta teach you that process to get the devil off your back. so he can, be self-sufficient and prosperous and successful in this society. You know what I'm saying? And all this is due to Commander Jeremy Hunter. Let's get Commander Jeremy Hunter.
That's right.
Him holding on to this truth and guiding the way, it's been absolutely amazing. And I appreciate the brother for staying strong, in the midst of all the turmoil and controversy and everything that he's endured. And so that's why we have programs like this coming up here in Minnesota, in Detroit, and all through the ISUPK. It's coming up. So that's here coming soon at the end of the month. So look out for that. But so with that, man, I'm gonna say shalom. Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shabbat Rakatah to all the brothers. Shalom Yahweh Shemal Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah to the sisters. And I'm gonna pass the class over to Priest and Officer Makabi, man.
Imagine.
Yeah.
All right. Just gonna get into the security announcements. We got an ISUPK started at 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for a new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes to the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to share themselves with the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or a sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Ties, which is a commandment. Numbers 18:21, Malachi 3:8-10 means 10 in Hebrew, Mayashra. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, give to the treasury department or teacher. Priest fund. Free will offering for priests. Not mandatory. Whatever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocations, memorial of blowing of the trumpets, which is going to be September 9th of this year. All right, and we have a few more going on in the month of September as well. Stay tuned for that. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, to start wearing all black, boot, shirt, pads, headband, and scarf. Let's get into the Lord's Prayer. We'll find out down, which means to face the east. All right, Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew, Abanawa. Shabbat Shemayim. Kodash. Hayah. Shukah. Yahweh. Malach Vatka. Taba'ah. Ratazaka. Hayah. Aisha. Ba'arataza. Kawa. Hayah. Bashamayim. Nathan. Lanawa. Lakam. Kol. Yawam. Wasalakanawa. Kabawatinawa. Kasalakanawa. Kabawatinawa. Wala'ah. Taba'ayanawa. Wanasayawan. Apo. Ashanawa. Mayan. Ra. Taya. Lakar. Hamalakwa. Wa'ala. Wa'tafara. Wa'alami. Amam. All right, in English. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Yahweh, thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Forgive us of our debts, as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. So be it. Amen. Bless Israel in the Hebrew, Yahweh. Bashim Yahushua. Barak Lanawa. Vayasha Allah. Wahabayah. Sapari. Barak. Rapa'ah. Magun. Hagun. Say the name of loved ones once, everyone repeats the name once. So for those that is on social media, we are on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. Go ahead and type into the chat who you want us to pray for. We'll say their names, and we'll go from there. Otherwise, if anybody want to start in the room, go ahead.
UPK Minnesota.
UPK Minnesota.
Desiree Davis.
Desiree Davis.
All the Davis family.
All the Davis family. All of Israel.
All of Israel.
Israelite School UPK.
Israel School UPK.
Taziyath.
Taniyah.
Tonisha.
Denise.
Nini.
Nene.
Maddie.
Maggie.
Israelite School UPK.
Israel School UPK.
All of Israel.
All of
The
Israel.
Rollins family.
The Wallace family.
The Slaughter family.
The Slaughter family.
The Peterson family.
The Peterson
The
family.
Daniel family.
The Daniel family.
All of Israel.
All of Israel.
Dwayne Davis.
Dwayne Davis.
Kudasayan.
Kalash Taniyah.
Tarak.
Tarak.
Amankabar.
Amankabar.
Kanagabar.
Nagabar.
Alright. Anybody else?
You can go on the internet, make sure everybody on the internet needs to type in the
Yeah.
name.
Come. Yep. I got a few names already off the internet.
Off the internet, yeah, make sure y'all type in y'all name on there. You check YouTube and Facebook.
Actually, StreamYard checks every social media at the same time.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh man, hey, that's dope. All right, Doobie,
Dude.
Denzel,
Denzel.
Lil Carl,
Lil Carl.
Jakar,
Jakar.
Jonah,
Jonah.
Isabella,
Isabella.
Nadia,
Nadia.
Keyshawn,
Kishan.
Kanaya,
Benaya.
Sharina,
Sharina.
Marshall,
Marshall.
Kalani,
Kalani.
China,
China.
Zion,
Zion.
Zarabi,
Zarabi.
Araya,
Araya.
Kyla,
Kyla.
Kendrea,
Kendrea.
Isara,
Izara.
Janie,
Jamie.
Denard,
Denard.
Tazawan,
Tazawan.
Shagar Ariyah,
Shagaria.
Bawala,
Dawala. Kabatabak.
Kabatabar,
Kabadabar.
Kabatabar,
Dwayne.
Dwayne,
Kawa.
Kawa,
Ainawa.
Anawa,
Shara.
Shara,
Jay.
Jay,
Wakawana.
Mukawana,
Tati.
Tati,
All of Israel.
all of Israel, DK,
DK. Yapa.
Yapa,
Paulette.
Paulette,
Des.
Des,
Devin.
Devin,
Aries.
Eric,
Joseph Daniel.
Joseph Dan,
Carmilla.
Carmela,
Quinayala.
Kunayala,
Deshaun.
Deshaun,
All of Israel.
all of Israel.
Nobody else on here. Anybody else in the room? Oh shit. Kudasayan.
Taniyah.
Oh, it's like Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Yahweh Shai.
Yahweh Shah.
Generals.
General.
Captains.
Captain.
Officers.
Officer.
Troopers.
Trooper.
Students.
Students.
Sisters.
Sister.
Children.
Children.
All of Israel.
All of Israel.
Anybody else? I'm looking, I don't see nothing.
No, we good.
All right. Bashim Yahushua,
Hashem Yahushua,
Tawada Aman.
Tawada
In the English, Lord in the name of Yahushua.
Lord, in the name of Yahushua.
I'm sorry, Salakia. Whitney,
Waiting.
Annalie.
Annalie.
All right. Lord in the name of Yahushua,
Lord, in the name of
Yahushua,
bless us in Israel.
Bless us in Israel.
In the school,
in school,
bless Hill, shield, protect.
bless his shield, protect,
Loved ones.
Love us.
And in the name of Yahushua,
in the name of Yahushua,
thank you.
thank you,
So be it.
so be it.
I spit power structure. Bless are you, Yahweh,
Blessed are you, Yahweh,
King of heaven and earth,
King of heaven and earth,
and all things living.
all things live.
Yahweh, in
Yahweh,
the name of Yahushua,
in the name of Yahushua,
listen to us now,
listen to us now,
right now.
Right now.
right now.
Send evils and curses,
It's evil and curse.
and punishment and destruction
Father, do this stuff.
to the heathen
To the heat.
that speak against us,
Speak against
thy prophets,
that prophet.
the teachers,
That teach.
the princes,
That prince.
the priests,
That
the
preach.
Israelite brothers,
That Israelite brother.
in the school,
And the
to use the curses,
Even the curse.
and punishment and destruction
Instruction
to the heathen,
to the heathen.
and shake loose
And shake loose
the treasure of the rich of Israel
the treasure of the rich of
that
Israel.
refuse to give to the school,
Refuse to get to the school.
force their riches,
Force their riches.
to enter thy sanctuary,
Into thy sanctuary.
to use the curses, and punishment and destruction
Punishment and destruction.
to the Edomites, and the nations,
Nation.
and the drug dealers,
The drug
the
dealer.
court system,
The court
the
system.
prison system,
Prison system.
Planned Parenthood, all the governments of our enemies, Amalekites, synagogues, and armies,
Amalekites and God's arms.
Roman Catholic Church,
The church.
the Pope, Islam, Christianity,
Christianity,
Egyptology, militia,
Militia.
Ku Klux Klan,
Ku Klux Klan.
Aryan Nation,
Aryan Nation.
skinheads,
Skinhead.
cosmopolitan,
Positive
the
tie.
gay movement,
Gay movement.
the lesbian movement,
Lesbian movement.
spies, works of witchcraft,
Witchcraft.
NASA space program,
That's the space program.
Army,
Army.
Navy,
Navy.
Air Force, Marines,
Marine.
Wall Street,
Wall Street.
open up the internet,
Open up the internet.
and airways,
Cable
cable access channels,
access
and
channel.
radio channels.
And the radio channel.
Convict the spirit of any of thy people
Convict the spirit of the our people.
that seek to stop us,
Keep it stop.
and bring swift destruction
Bring swift destruction.
to all the heathen
To all these
that stand in the way
stand in the way.
and try to stop us
Try to stop
from
us.
broadcasting your words
Broadcasting the word.
throughout the planet Earth.
Let
Let loose all the players, cause them to go to and fro through the earth and consume them. Let the plague shake the house of the thief and the murder. Let Yahweh Shai, Michael and Gabriel, come down to flying saucers, punish all the heathens that come up against us as we speak thy word. Cause we know by all that it is the angels that have done it. Cause it to be spread through the media throughout the whole world. Cause it to shake at thy coming. In the name of Yahweh Shai, thank you always. So be it.
So be it.
So, when Israel, my Shabbat, Elijah, Barak, Yahweh, Hashem, Yahweh, Shai, Barak, Atah. All right, courtesy salute to the sisters. My Shabbat, Majin, Barak, Yahweh, Shema, Atah, Hashem, Yahweh, Shai. All right, class dismissed.